Hello again, it's Pam from PamCraftedJournals, and today we're going to do a walkthrough of 3 journals that I made for one of my friends. She has 3 daughters, and I made 3 different journals for them, and I'd like to do a quick walkthrough and just show you what they look like. So the first one is just one that I took some strips of some extra paper that I had, as well as just some paper cutout, some lettering, and then some pearl drops. Looks like this, the liquid pearls. And just did a bunch of little dots on the card. Put a little edging of this, whatever this is, on there. And then put in a new cover on the inside and just put in some fun little elements for the kiddo to find as they go through. This one I think is going to be for the oldest daughter. And so I didn't want it to be too babyish or too little girlish, but I didn't want to go too grown up with it either. So I put some of those little elements in there that I thought were really fun. This is some of my coffee stained paper and just some stamping, some different types of paper that I threw in there. Have some pockets in there, some ephemera that I made. This is just a card that you can see, and then I cut out a butterfly, used some of the liquid pearls on here, and I think this is like a fabric pattern paper on the back. I think that's what it is. I use that a lot, so it's probably what it is. Threw some pockets in there, a little bit of ephemera, just nonsensical little things that I like to throw in there just for fun. Little things for them to discover and find. I thought this matched, so I like things when they get a little bit matchy-matchy. Just some nonsensical, whimsical little elements here. This is some coffee stained paper that I did with some of my stencils. I watched Pam from the Paper Outpost do that, and I thought it was such a cool idea. I did it myself. Just some stamping and some other bits of paper. Through different sections in here for them to find, just little things for them to find. This is one of my favorite things. Also from Pam from the Paper Outpost. If you don't watch her, I highly suggest that you do. This is another one of those pockets. I think she just did this video the other day with 4 different sheets of paper and just little things to tuck in. I don't do ephemera, like I don't do a lot of vintage things. I do some antiquing, but these are specifically for little girls. I didn't know that they would necessarily want some antiquing done, so I just did it a little bit more fun, a lot more pink, a lot more playful. This is some more coffee staining on stencil. Little pockets. A little bit of ephemera that I threw in here. Just something for them to find and discover and play around with. Note to self. I remember when I was little, I thought it was so great when there would be all these like little secret pockets and notes and things to discover. This is just a book page that I used some watercolor marker, or not watercolor marker, some watercolor pencils. I think I outlined the flowers. I drew them out with a pen, I think, and then filled them in with watercolor pencil, and then I just spritzed a little bit, I think, to blend them in. And then I just flipped the page up, made it into sort of a partial pocket. And I liked the image from the book that I pulled this out of, so I left that so it could be seen. Oh, this is from The Wind in the Willows. It's really cute. And then I put that into a belly band tuck with some jelly beans, because what kid doesn't like jelly beans? And just some more pockets. I didn't fill all the pockets because I think some of the fun is just trying to find things of your own, little notes of your own to stick in there. Again, another belly band, and I put some of the eyelets in there, some stamping. This is from a book where a little kid wrote the word end, the end. I thought it was cute. And that's pretty much it for this one. This is just a napkin, some napkin paper that was pasted on here, and then I think I just used some stamping color to put some color on it. the end of that one. So that's this one. I think this is a repurposed book cover and not a cover that I made myself, but I did recover it, sewed in my signatures, obviously, put some fabric on the back, and then Mod Podged it all. And I think it turned out really cute. What I did to change the effect is I sanded the back side, so the back side was a little bit more muted, and then I didn't sand the front because I wanted that color to pop out a little bit more, and I thought it turned out really well. The next book is for the other child, which says, "Let's go." She's kind of an on-the-go girl kind of girl, and I just did some stickers with some shadowing. I did some more pockets with some fun things in there. Some of my 8.5 by 14 paper that I did coffee staining on stencils and a little bit of stamping. Not sure if you can see that. Some unique paper that I found, I think at Goodwill, which is where I find most of my stuff actually. If I don't make it, I'm usually finding it at Goodwill. Another one of these pockets, just because I really liked this style of pocket and just being able to tuck little things in there. These are all things pulled out of storybooks that I put on, and then just put some of the liquid pearls on there and a little bit of stamping. Just think it's cute. Hopefully they'll like it. Another belly band here with something fun in there just to find and discover. I'd never found a use for my jelly bean paper because it's so shiny you can't really write on it, but I really like using it for belly bands. Just did some stamping and some inking there, some stencils. Threw this page in like that. I like the idea of frogs. I don't actually like frogs in my vicinity. This is some coffee staining that I did, but I used leaves from my garden, and then I also used a little bit of sparkly mica spray on it. Thought it gave it a little something, Oop, this side I really mica sprayed. Woo, that's very, very glittery. I know this kiddo likes dogs, so I put a little bit of that in there. Who doesn't like donuts? I mean, honestly. And yeah, pretty excited. Everything looks like it's upside right. I don't have any pages that are upside down. That has happened. Some more coffee stained paper, but again, I used leaves to make the print. And that's it for this book. Now this one is for the littlest one, and this is a repurposed book again. I used the pocket idea again. This is the trim. I work at a school, and this was a border that one of the teachers used, and I just kind of cut the pieces of the border apart. Just thought, for a 3-year-old, who wouldn't love that? Did some fun things with some old playing cards. Again, played around with just pictures from books and did some stamping. Little ballerina dress. Again, with the frogs, they're much better on stamps on paper than anywhere near me. You'll notice in this one, I went for sparkle. I went for a lot of sparkle. I figure as a 3-year-old, sparkle is good. She 2? She's 3. It doesn't really matter. She's cute. I made a little pocket here. This is out of a storybook. And then I just put a stamp on the back with some somebody made paper. I didn't make this paper. I can make paper, but I didn't make this paper. But I just put a fun stamp on the back with that, just for fun. I don't think she writes yet. So this is one of those oversized playing cards. I just covered the back with some paper. Did some, it's not Mod Podge, it is gesso. I used gesso to just give it a faded appearance, and also if they want to use color or marker on it. It's got a nice surface for it now. So I kept this one a little bit smaller and a little bit simpler just because she is a youngin'. She might also be sassy. I'm not quite sure, but I'm pretty sure that's her personality, is a little sassy. So I kept this one fun, kept it a little simple. This is from a birthday card, and it had all these birds on it, and I just thought it was so cute. I just had to throw it in there. Some butterflies from a book. I think this is a page out of a book. I think this is the inside cover of a book. This is definitely from a children's book. Oop, I thought that was a pocket. It's not. These are just some pages that I had put together. I do work at an elementary, and so sometimes I put together some art projects for the kids, and I had put together some circle paper for watercolor paper and watercolor art, and we ended up not getting to it, which was really sad, but I still had the paper, and I thought it'd be fun to just throw it in there. I like the pandas. Again with the frogs. I had a little bit of ink left over from that one stamp, so I just put what I had left on the back page. This is paper preserved from the original book that I just kept in there. I got it on both the front and the back. I was able to preserve the pages from the actual original book in there, and I just love the really bright color. So I did rip apart pieces of paper here and here. I sanded the back. I think I sanded the front a little bit. And then I added some stamping of the panda. That's my alarm. I'll go shut that off in a second. And that's it for my books. I hope you liked it. Again, this is Pam at PamCraftedJournals. Have a great day.